Like I told you, I usually avoid asking, women musicians or females, as it's always labeled in like the Facebook event, female fronted. I don't know. Not that we shouldn't talk about it in order to get over it, but have you seen any roadblocks in being a woman doing rock and roll music, particularly hardcore rock and roll? And if so, what have they been? And do you have any advice for people going through the limitations of just being stuck with a label?
We've been asked many, many times to be on female-fronted showcases that are put on by men, and they're not a celebration of women, but more so a way of like saying, oh, so we have all these women in music, they don't share the same genre, they're only playing together because they are women. It's almost like they're not quite on the same level as everybody else, so we're just going to have them all play together, and then all the guys are going to play together, and we're going to promote that 10 times harder because it's like cool or whatever. I just ask that people be like more cognizant about their intentions whenever they're doing female fronted showcases, and if they do choose to do female fronted showcases, that they try and take some of the proceeds and like sponsor someone going through like Como Girls Rock, or like benefit an organization that promotes women in music, rather than benefiting and exploiting female musicians for their own benefit. The second thing that I would say about being a female musician, especially like with what we do in like DIY touring and everything, there's a lot of women on tour, but not nearly as much as there should be. I've gotten stopped before going on stage and being like, we're sorry, only band members up here. Or like we were sound checking one time, and I like had the mic in my hand, and the guy said something. He's like, well, where's the vocalist? And I was like, hello. It's common, I promise. Like, it's not weird. The next thing that I would say that we've had to deal with is an over-sexualization of women in music. There was a guy who straight up said, whenever I got off the stage, he was like, I was really turned on when you guys were playing. And I was like, ooh. So, no, we're not going to do that today. That's not a compliment. We've had people go to Mocklove DMs and be like, hey, this is my number. Can you give it to your lead singer? Like, weird stuff. We've had a lot of, like, weird opportunities where we thought that they were given to us, but they weren't necessarily given to us. It was more that they were interested in, like, reaching out to me over the music, and that is the biggest fucking slap in the face. You heard it here first.
A lot of these things are stuff that I think about, but I'm not the one to deliver the message, And it's disturbing. I've toured with female-fronted bands, big parentheses, and seen some of this stuff. And I think I'm pretty traditionally good-looking, and nobody ever, like, hits my band page DMs or any, you know what I mean? So I think it's not just like, oh, you look good, it's, you're a second-class citizen, and I'm going to treat you as such.
And I also recognize, like, in our conversation, like, I've definitely been from a, like, white cis female perspective, and there is a need for us to acknowledge the representation of trans and non-male people as well, and that is included within, like, the whole female-fronted thing. And it's so easy for me because I'm, like, one-track minded all the time to exclude those people, but they are included in this conversation as well.